Good morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little flip through with you for these two Traveller's Notebook sets, both are custom orders for ladies who want to do note taking at the Be Courageous convention this coming weekend. They're both attending. So they saw the one that I made about 10 days back and loved it and asked if I could do similar for them. So I will do it. Probably won't be very like a page by page because it's still using the graphic 45 Communique papers, and I've done on each set I've done two of the Traveller's Notebook inserts with the vintage ladies on the front, and one sort of with I think one's got a typewriter, the other's got a phone on it. But there are some newer elements that I didn't use in the first one that I wanted to share with you. So this is the first one. I've done one. The convention's 3 days. I've done one notebook for each day, although to be honest I used mine in two. Anyway, so like before, if I've taken them out, have I taken it out to show you? I think I might just take it to bits. I should have done this before. Would have been more useful, wouldn't it, to do that before? There you go. So the first cover, so they're sewn on. The yes, so they're doubled up the card on this, and sewn on. The first one has a lovely vintage lady. I just love this image of her at her typewriter, and I've just done a little bit of a collage, and that's got the antique brass courage little plate on it with the tea-dyed butterfly. On the inside I've done like a corner pocket. And again, I've done the programs morning and afternoon. I've backed them onto card, done a tab at the top, fabric tab at the top, and they can be movable all the way through the book as you go along. So this one, and this one I've used the new washi that I featured on Instagram. I found this on eBay. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so you'll see this through these new notebooks. And again, what I've done with the flash cards, inked the edges, and done them with collages and a stamp, like a postmark stamp. I used some more of the graphic 45 ephemera in these notebooks. And again, I've just done this lady on the collage here with another of the flash cards. Printed the theme scripture for the day onto the tracing paper. I love the way the effect of that. I love the way it sounds. And I've just done stamping and paper edging all the way through. Different washes, florals, and again done like a little fabric flip on that. That's just coming up a bit. I need to glue that down a bit more. Fabric flip. Really quite easy to use. I tend to what's the word? Make notes around them. Some papers that I didn't have in the other one that I found. Again, you can see the collage. And in these ones, I've actually incorporated, there's a doily, I think, in each of the sets, because I just found them. I hadn't, so let's do the stamping. I like to do the different layers of pages, the colours, and not edge punch and edge cut. Use the edge cutters so that when it's closed or as you're going through it, you see different layers. I find that I like the look of that. So that's a doily that I've got. It's a heart-shaped one. And I do it next to the bird because I think that looks lovely. And what I've done on each of these, in each set, I've done like a giant flat floral collage in them. So just one of those, and one of the vintage ladies collage. Each have a centre spread with the vintage ladies from the Sears sort of reproduction of the Sears catalogue, which I love. I just love this 1920s, 1930s. Anyway, so that's the centre of the first one. That's the other side of that, whatever flower it is, I'm not sure. I did it back on the back of the bird. Again, little flip on the muslin. I just did the stamp there of her because she's it's lovely, and a tiny bit from that washi. If you can see it, like an old-fashioned microphone. It says on the air. Just a botanical. I've done. I just like these like vintage mode of transport stamps that I've got, and I just put those in. There's one in each, a different one in each of the books. So again, the flashcards are collaged. I've tried to collage them all the way through, and each has a tab. So there's that one there. The tab, it's got fabric or lace. Second vintage lady. This is for the Saturday. And I'll do a quick one of that one. So there you go. She's lovely. And that's got the round sort of courage with a little bit of lace. I don't know if I can't put tea dyed, a little bit of the vintage fabric and the tea dyed butterfly. And on this one, what I did is I have sewn all the way around, so it's double the cardstock for the covers doubled up for but then the side at the back I've left open. I don't know if you can see that. I made it into a pocket. So on the middle one here, I've made it into a pocket so you could put your program in. That's a Saturday afternoon or whatever you want to put in there, you can. It's just an experiment. Thought it might be quite useful. And it's got the tag on the side. So the, oh yes, look, that's the inside. That's still from Graphic 45 and I love it. Love, 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 love. I'm going to have to hurry this up, aren't I? I'm on 7 minutes already. But yes, this I love. Just by the way, I love this this kind of the stamping because Saturday has got reports from different experiences from all around the world. I've got a lot of matte paper with a little and again it comes up, can move it about. The scripture, different stamps. Again, you've got the little airplane and flashcard collage, edged punch, flashcard collage again, if you can see that. So you get the gist, on this one, I've got the ship, the stamp. I love those stamps. I've had some for years from different projects, but I'm enjoying adding to my collection. That way, I hope. I just thought that was quite nice. Little bird picture with a little butterfly on the back, the bird page, which I love. I love this print. I just love it. And I think the colours go so well with the papers and also the little hint of aqua on the cover of the TN cover. So that's the centre of that. But you know, you get the gist. Again, tea-dye papers, modern papers, florals. That's the little decoupage of the vintage lady there. I want to put that in. There's a little section in one of the programmes on the Saturday about hummingbirds. I just thought I'd chuck that little card in. Like that. I've got a goodie bag. I shall show you at the end. I'm popping in with ephemera, some extras for the ladies to pop in if they so wish. That's the other side of that bird. like a music manuscript paper. That's new but tea dyed and cut. And this was from a book about it, like a grandparents' diary book, and it's got all the different questions that kids can ask their grandparents. But I just love the images on it. What was your first full-time job? And that's the old telephone. From that new another of the new washes that I purchased for this project, and we get a lot of use out of it, I'm sure. Love the way that turned out too. I don't know if you see the old biplane. Okay, and that I've got that on the tab. I'm gonna have to hurry that one through. There we go. And so, and that's just on the last little book there, you've got the little glass bead on the tab. Right, so that's the first one that's going out. And then that's the second one. I haven't stuck these on there. I wasn't sure how durable that would be. So if you ladies would like to stick it on there, then do. It should be fine actually, but I just thought I'd pop it there and they can take it off or put it on if they want to. Again, so you've got your first, this is the second set, so you've got two vintage ladies on the covers and then a plainer one. So that's the first. I so love that image, and I've just done it with a bit of tea dyed lace and the vintage fabric, and that's got the silver sort of courage bar on there and a little decoupage flower. That's the word I wanted. Decoupage, a little yellow one. I didn't want to cover up too much of the page, but I wanted a pop of colour. I thought that worked really well. This one has got like a little pocket inside, so that's got the lace on it with the is that muslin? No, it's not the muslin. The stamped hat lady, and I've got the two morning and afternoon program tucked in there, but they can be pinned anywhere. And I've done on this. It feels like it's quite matte, this paper. A friend gave me quite a lot of these papers, but it's a beautiful texture to it, and it looks lovely with the flashcard collage. And on the inside I've just popped some of that lovely washi. So again with this one, it has the it's got the one tab. I've done a tab on each of them, and let's get this the right way round if I can. I don't know if you can see it, just a little embellishment with a red stone in it, little flower. Be courageous and go to work. I really am enjoying just do the three elements. I think I'll be doing that moving forward. As you can see, I've done quite a lot of it in this one. And again, a little fabric flip. It's muslin, so it's easy to write on. It's not too prohibitive to write on, but also I write around it, or you could flip it up if you want to, or just leave it. There's plenty of writing space. A bit of washi, plenty of writing space in these books. This was the from the wrapping paper that I had with typewriters on, and I've backed it with cardstock. This is, I just love how this looks. I just love the layering of it. And I've done again the giant decoupage on the back. I just love that. I love it. I love it. So I've just done one in each of the sets, and I think that's the biplane on this one. That's the biplane on that one, and stamping's a little bit more colourful. And if you can see the washi there, and the old-fashioned tape recorder or something. There we go. So that's the centre. That's the Vintage Ladies, the sort of Sears catalogue centres on that one. That's like an old-fashioned sound car. That's why I popped that in. I thought that looked really cute. And the other side. That's the other side of that decoupage flower. And the little birdie page. But again, I don't know what you think, but I just love the way that looks. It's so visually pleasing, just the layers. It's just a matter of going through with your edge cutter and stuff once you've laid everything out. That's that little microphone again. And on the back there, I've just done a little, I've actually sewn that down and that's stamped onto the fabric. That's the first one. I'm going to have to hurry through, I think, because we're at 15 minutes already. I wanted to do the two together. And so with this one, again, it's another vintage lady, and I've got a little bit of the jewellery, vintage jewellery that's on the front here. I took it to bits and I popped that with a little, to do a little collage with some lace, the vintage fabric, and it's got the antique brass courage bar on there with my stamping. This one has got pockets front and back. Oh right, that's the dangle on that one. Oh, and out comes a hummingbird. So pockets front and back on this one, and I've popped the programming front and back, but as I said, you can move them along, and they're sort of back onto the graphic 45 card stock, which is fabulous. And on this one, I've done another a bigger collage on the front, and there's a switch page, and all the way through you're going to see the little collages. Lots of matte paper in this one. It's a Saturday one about different parts of the world. A little bit of a floral that I just love the colours on that, to be fair. And you forget a lovely stash, the amount of lovely things that you have. So that's that one. I'm going to stop this around 20 minutes, I think, not long to go. So, music paper. That's a bit of a collage, and that was a bit of wallpaper, I think, that I found in my stash. Collaged it on some tea-dyed paper. This is like an old Fortnum & Mason's, apparently. An old picture that I've done that for this lovely lady. Not quite the same time period, but I just loved it anyway. Stamping, other side of the bird page. Different types of papers, different shapes. That's the little vintage collage for this set, vintage lady collage. I actually have, so that's two, and the third one on this one, because I wanted to show you, I'm just doing a little goodie bag to pop in. This is a plainer one, and that's got, if you can see, basically just stamped the little old telephone across the waist, sewn it in with a bit of ribbon, the round silver courage thingy, the vintage fabric, and a little decoupage flower. This one has, again, front and back. It's got pockets. So you have a program at the front, program at the back, but you can pin them. I shall pop some little bulldog clips in. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous, and I've done the butterfly as well on in the middle. So that's the and that's just a little bulb pin with the just a little red bead, really. So again, I love the stamping on this tea-dyed. No, that's craft paper from another TN. So you get the gist. Love that. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. That song title always makes me cry. Not going to lie. If you can see that. I've got the train here, the vintage train on that one. And just a tiny little collage on the back of the bird paper. Stamping, some random pages. What's that? Oh, random florals. Some note paper that I found, I think from a diary from Paper Chase, was it from last year? Can't remember now. Stamping, washi. This one centre has got just a floral. You can see it without all the glare. But I just love that. Kind of image that lifts your spirits. There's stamping, different types of papers. Today I'm thankful for, and date, and there's the edging on that, how beautiful that is. I found that, and so I've popped that in to a few pages into each set. So that's the third of the second, so that's for the 3 days. The hummingbird card for this one is, that's the one for that, go in there. I've done with each, which will be going into each Traveller's Notebook, and they're both very similar. So a little, just a little ephemera pack with each. I'll show you one, but I've tried to do both more or less the same. So if ladies wanted to add some bits, if they can find some room to add bits, and any bits that they want to put in themselves, they can carry around in this. But I've just put a little, a floral, some more of the Sears catalogue. Oh, I might crush this. I popped in a little muslin telephone. Doesn't pack it very well. There you go. Anyway, the some ephemera cards from the Graphic 45 range, and some more flashcards, and just little bits that ladies might just want to cut up themselves and to pop in onto different pages. So those, just some of these I've cut out with my round punch. So yeah, just some little bits. I don't know if you can see that on there. That's the telephone. That's lovely, isn't it? That's from the Graphic 45. So again, it's the muslin, and I've just stamped little bits. And I've done, let me see. Actually, I'll go back on that one. Can you see? So that's the suitcase, the luggage, and I did one of the lady. I don't know if you can see her. And I also did a full length vintage lady as well. I've also popped in each a little, it's a used gift card, but it's got some of the washi on that I've used throughout the books, just so they can have a little bit more of that washi to pop things in spontaneously as they go along. And they also may have their own washi they want to pop in. So that's it, guys. I've been really excited about these. I know some have actually said their big assembly's gone, big convention. I am actually going to be working on notebooks now for the Be Strong and is it Be Strong or Be Bold circuit assemblies, I think, coming up. I should have those designs ready by in the next sort of week or so. You thought to pre-order, perhaps, but I'll talk to you about that at in another video. So that's it. Let's pop this like that for now. I'm going to pop all these back together, and they shall be in the post later on this morning. So thanks for watching, guys. Just to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel before, if you like what you see, please leave a comment below and subscribe. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I try and post daily at Just Jenny Journaling, which join me on my journey for daily. Any custom orders or anything that you want to know about products used here that you might not want to use yourself, as to where I got them from, just send me a little message and let me know. Take care, guys. Bye.